Alright guys, just in Montreal here. I'm just in Montreal. I'm actually just going into Chinatown here in Montreal. Old Quebec's that way. And that's really kind of about, oh sorry, not Old Quebec, Old Montreal. So I've been here a day, 2 nights. I was just here I basically just missed the GP for Formula 1. Now I'm heading to Ottawa. I won't do too much of a tour of Montreal simply because the city's extremely chaotic for me. You know, if I had a few days I would definitely do it, but the place is in kind of shambles, which I think Montreal's kind of famous for its streets always being worked on. But like right here, like basically every block there's construction, you know, of some sort. You know, it's your every other street is also closed due to some sort of festival or whatever. See what else. Montreal traffic's extremely aggressive. Fuck, I need to get out of the way here. I normally wouldn't do that, but they're not going to give you any room here. They're going to come up on you. They're going to block you. They're going to tailgate you. And they're just going to be douchey in general when they're driving. Probably a little bit more than New York, but not as bad as Boston. So I'm trying to get onto the freeway so I can get to the Highway 1. That's gonna be so I'll definitely, I mean, you're gonna get a bit of a thing of you can get a little bit of a tour anyway, simply because I'm trying to get around these maze of roads. And the roads are pretty bad in Montreal. So what I mean, like a big cube truck is just hammering through and trying to tailgate that person. The other thing is I think my lights are reversed. I think my high beam is my low beam right now, and my low beam is my high beam. I have to get that checked. I think I think that electronic screw up I had kind of really screwed some stuff up. Because my clock won't reset either, so I gotta bring it in and take a look at it. They're just little annoyances, but you know, I mean, everything works. It's just I think my switch got screwed up. Alright, I'm in a tunnel. The noise. That being said, you know, when I was bitching about Montreal traffic, I gotta say they do give you some distance on the freeway. I just think they know that the hot freeway is just so mashed up here. It's mostly just near Montreal that the freeway is kind of mangled. Mostly, I think, you know, a combination of the amount of people and I mean the swings in weather. Eastern Canada can go from like 30 degrees to negative 30 in a year, so that probably isn't the best for the concrete or asphalt. And again, that being said, it's still better than LA or New York or Boston or backwoods California, you know, like their roads are still way worse. At least here I don't get my fucking ass just pounded on. I get out of this lane. You know, if you're into that type of thing, that's cool, but I'm not. Always kind of made me wonder why so many guys go for the hardtail bikes. I mean, they look cool, but oh my god, you guys are fucking way tougher than I am. I mean, I'm glad this thing has a monoshock on the back. The other thing I was gonna say, you know, Montreal, you know, is beautiful. Much like Quebec, there's a lot of old churches, a lot of old colonial buildings. You know, a lot of monuments. You know, just it's a beautiful place, especially when it's sunny. It also has a lot of street festivals. I mean, even when I was here, there was about 2 or 3 street festivals going on at once. And actually, that's all I did yesterday, was just check out the different festivals they were having. So yeah, a lot of street festivals. A lot of roads are just closed down for people to walk on. You know, a very cool kind of place. There's a French festival. I mean, I came on a Sunday and a Monday, so you know the GP was wrapping up. There's a French festival that was wrapping up, so I didn't get all of it, but it was, you know, it's a pretty cool place to hang out for a day. Everyone speaks English and French, pretty much. It was actually really funny because even more so than Quebec City, you'd hear people on the streets having a conversation in French, and then full sentences would just be in English all of a sudden. Like, it just, I know the Royal Canadian Air Farce, just a comedy show up here. They did that really good once, where they're making fun of Quebecers because they'll speak in French and all of a sudden it'll be like a completely English sentence in like a flawless English accent, and then back to French. So to hear it on the street, it's kind of funny. And if you gotta know now, I'm on my way to Ottawa. Ottawa, of course, is the Canadian capital. So if you're American, you're one of those guys that thinks Toronto's the capital. No, it's Ottawa, as in the Ottawa Senators. If you're a hockey guy, it's easy to remember that because, you know, senators, you know, government. So, you know, I'll probably digress into the history of Ottawa at some point and point out the political differences between the States and Canada. I'm sure that'll happen. That always happens with me. And then Toronto will be next, which I'm sure is going to be probably one of the more, which is our biggest city. That's Toronto. Like, you know, I've been to New York, which is the States' biggest city. So yeah, that's Montreal. I'll probably end it there. I don't got too much to say. In Ottawa, I'll get this all fixed, my bike. I got some stuff I'm gonna do maintenance-wise. 61. F-1. Okay. So hit like, and if you want below, you know, if there's any questions about the trip or some of the places I've seen, you know, please ask me. I'm kind of lazy and sometimes I forget what to say, so, you know, would help if I had some topics to talk about. And that's it. So I'll sign off, and I'll start this back up in Ottawa.